How's it going, people, and welcome back to another episode of the Top 6 show. Today I'm bringing back Ant-Man, Nana and Jide, and we're welcoming to the show Ali, a Spurs fan, and Jamal, a United fan. So yeah, let's get straight into it and discuss the biggest result of the week. For me, I'd say, you can see the laughs already, United losing to Brighton. It's not Arsenal for once, it's United losing to Brighton with all the star-studded players they have. It's all mad over there. So let's start with Jamal over there. How do you feel about United?
To be honest, you've still got 0 points, so kind of is a big result.
Do you know what I tweeted yesterday?
What?
Why do all United fans say, but look at Arsenal?
No, I'm just saying, isn't it? Like,
and they got like 190 likes.
Well, first of all, shock result, as everyone knows. I'm not a massive, I wouldn't say I'm a massive Mourinho out fan, but I feel like the players themselves have to take responsibility, especially for that performance and the lack of energy, the lack of enthusiasm, the lack of desire to even come back from when he was even 2-0 down. So obviously defence, there wasn't great to start with, don't get me wrong. I think Mourinho may have got it wrong. I wouldn't even say he got it wrong, because the team that he put out should be beating Brighton. I don't know, maybe comfortably, but 1 or 2-0. Do you know what I mean? We should.
Yeah, but even what Pogba said is what you're saying. There wasn't enough effort. So.
Yeah, but for him to even come out and say that, like, why wasn't you putting in enough effort and enough desire into that game? Like, was you complacent? Obviously, there's a money. Well, that's an issue. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that's going on right now. I know a lot of people say there's Mourinho style and whatnot, but looking from that game, it doesn't come down to style or anything. It came down to the lack of, you know what I mean? You didn't want to play. Energy was bad. People was moping around the pitch. When they're losing the ball, when they're committing fouls, they're just moaning. Do you know what I mean? There's no leaders in the team to rile everyone up and like, come on, we're losing. Do you know what I mean? We need to get back into this and whatnot. So,
but does that come to you like I don't know, man? If you're saying lack of, what is it? What did you say?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. Does that come to not wanting to play for the manager then?
Yeah, but
that's how I see it.
At the end of the day, you're there to do a job, innit? Mourinho's not there to. Mourinho's not paying everyone's wages, innit? So the guy that's paying everyone's wages, he expects you to do a job and put in a certain amount of effort. If you're putting in the effort and it didn't work and you lost, okay, cool, then you can blame it on Mourinho. But when there's no effort, there's no nothing, then like you got to look at yourselves and think, like it's not good enough. Especially you got fans travelling from Manchester all the way down to Brighton, and you're putting in a performance like that. It's not acceptable in my eyes.
To be honest, as a Chelsea fan, you know Mourinho well, and that season, his last season at Chelsea, does United kind of remind you of that right now?
I've always said Mourinho is a fix-it man. You'll give him like a 2 years, 3 years, he'll fix the problem, get you a trophy if you ain't had a trophy, but he's not there for longevity. So, and you lot seem like you got him there for longevity, which doesn't make sense to me. He's not that guy.
So Nana, what do you think about it?
Well, I'm buzzing because obviously
you're buzzing every week,
whenever money's down, I'm happy, so I'm buzzing for that. But yeah, I agree with what Ant-Man said. I think it's the manager that's the problem, to be fair. I don't think he's got everyone on board like he should do. Like, fair enough, you don't fancy certain players to play for you and whatever, but to come out at certain times and then pick out players and then put them down, it's hard for the player to then turn around and say, I'm going to give you 100%.
I don't think he knows his first 11 either, like his best starting 11.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't even know
but you can say that, yeah, but what would you lot put it down to? I don't put it down to everyone saying it's style of football.
In my opinion, I just think it's how he treats the players. Even
man management.
Even with things like Martial having to go to his kid's birth or whatever.
Yeah,
no one needs to know that. The media didn't even need to know all of that. Do you know what I mean? Just say Martial. Like Silva had a problem last season with his child or whatever. Nobody knew for ages while Silva was missing.
Yeah, that's true.
We just knew that he had some family problem. That's all we knew. He didn't come out and say Silva should be here. We need him here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and every business is actually going like that. Forget football, like that kind of a manager.
Of course.
But I also get what Jamal's saying, innit? It's
Yeah, the players have a responsibility to go out there and play for pride and stuff.
Relationship, but it's clear that the effort from the players is not matching. So it goes down to, what do you lot think? Do you lot think it's fair that the players have all the power now? Or like, whose side are you on nowadays? Players or manager? Let me go around quickly. Ali, player or manager? If Tottenham's biggest player came against Pochettino, who would you want out? Kane versus Pochettino.
I'd back Pochettino all day long.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Kane or Poch?
Harold.
Poch.
Ant-Man, Chelsea. Who would it be? Hazard. Well, you know what? With a new manager.
Yeah, come on. You know we're in and out of managers.
With you, Pep's a genius. So
Yeah,
Pep or... I think you'll pick Pep over anyone.
Yeah, but he's even showed it. Like, even with Yaya last season, he was making a lot of noise. He said if he wants to play for me again, he has to apologise to me, the teammates. Nah, I think Pep's the most important guy, man.
Today, Klopp or Salah?
I think like it's difficult. I think right now it's easy to make that judgment because Manchester United aren't doing well, so it's easy to side with the players. But I think if it's the other way around, if it's City, for example, and like City are doing really, really well, and I think you have to back the manager, but at the same time, I think the decision's made easier now because it's Manchester United. Jose is not a popular manager, and like I think he's not easy to. I don't think it was a surprise that they lost. I think you've seen it at Chelsea beforehand. You saw it at Real Madrid. In Milan, he left before he was pushed. He was very popular there.
Yeah.
But everywhere else he's been before, we've seen all of this before.
Like breakdown in relationship.
I don't think it's a surprise at all.
These sort of news stories, these sort of interviews he does now. But yeah, right. So Jam.
To be honest, it's a hard one, isn't it? From a business perspective, like the amount of commercial value that Pogba brings to Man United, the amount of money that he brings into Man United, it would be stupid to get rid of him. But the manager has to be respected. Do you know what I mean? Like he's got.
You can't use like commercial value.
You lot don't
it's
need
a
money.
business.
You lot don't need money.
Football turned
You
into a
don't need
business
Pogba
now.
to be a big commercial brand.
No more. Do you know what I
I
mean?
don't think like commercial value is the reason why you should keep a player. I think Pogba needs to start doing it in order for him to be.
Yeah, most definitely. But obviously, when you're the chairman and all you're thinking about is like money, like the Glazers probably don't even really care about football. You're thinking, alright, if I get rid of Pogba, how much money am I losing?
Yeah, that's why fans shouldn't think that way.
No, I think, to be honest, I think that if I'm choosing out of the two, it's hard because you got Mourinho there. Apparently, he doesn't even have a house. He's staying in a hotel. So what is his like long-term thoughts? Is he want to stay at the club long-term, or you got Pogba that supposedly loves the club from, you know what I mean? He's been there from the youth system.
I don't think he loves the club that much.
I don't
think his
think
agent briefing about stories.
Exactly, but someone just told me today that him and Mourinho got the same agent. So there's something dodgy going on there as well.
They haven't got the same agent.
Was it Riola or something?
That's Pogba's agent, but
it's not Mourinho's
Jose's agent is that Jorge Mendes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, so to be honest, right now I don't know. I don't know who I'm picking.
It's kind of a situation where I don't think us fans see it as if Mourinho stays, us men are happy. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
But if Mourinho goes, then Man United are like they can be awakened. They're a beast.
Who are we gonna get? Who are we gonna get? I've heard Zidane, but does Zidane even want to come to us?
They want Man United. I think a lot of fans, they want Pochettino. A lot of Man United fans.
But Levy's too hard to work. If they couldn't get Alderweireld with a year left in his contract,
especially it's him just signing as well.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult, but I do see Zidane next to them. You know what, with Mourinho, it was United's kind of last hope in terms of getting back the third year of success. It was after Van Gaal, everyone wanted him out, but Mourinho was available. And up until Zidane leaving Real, there wasn't much hope for a manager after, apart from Pochettino. But him signing a 5-year deal at the beginning of the summer kind of shut them rumours down. So now Zidane's available, and Zidane worked with big egos, and he made it work. He got the best out of various players. So I do see that as a next stop for him. I think United got the money to pay him. But you know what? I see Nana kind of shaking his head there. What do you think, Nana?
I don't think Zidane's the guy.
I think he deserves that job.
I don't think it's the guy. I just think at Real Madrid he got extremely lucky. He had a guy that was highly motivated.
Can't say
Bro, 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
Not like that. He got lucky in the sense that the group of players he was working with. If he was working with a lesser group, it'd have been a lot more. He had a guy, Ronaldo, that was highly motivated to win football matches. Ronaldo's not there no more. Real Madrid look very average. Like Zidane couldn't coach Real Madrid to win Champions League back to back now. With the team he's got now,
Do you think?
But you know what it is, yeah? Zidane took over Mourinho's Real, and he could potentially take over Mourinho's
He was a legend at Real Madrid, so instantly he'd get respected, like no matter what.
I think Zidane, you know what? I think Zidane would be respected. Like
Anyway.
yeah, but being French as well.
But yeah, it's all good, but I don't think he's a man that tactically outwits managers necessarily. Like
He's more of a get the best out of a man.
He just puts out a team and just says go and win.
But isn't that what we've just said, that Man United are lacking? Someone to get the best out of the players. So it seems like the perfect fit.
When I look at United's squad, yeah, I see good players all over apart from defence. And if Zidane can come in and bring a centre back or two in, they've got what Pogba, Matic, Fred, Herrera in the middle. That's good enough for centre mid.
Mourinho tried.
Remember, in La Liga, he doesn't need to win 5 or 6 top matches to have a decent season. He needs to just get the better of Atletico and Barca in the whole season. The rest of the games take care of itself, like automatically in La Liga. Come to the Premier, he's going to have to be changing the team regularly. He's going to have to be playing cup games.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, it's different.
And that's why it's probably better, if United want to make that decision, it's probably better to make it in January, to give him 6 months in the league before the summer to get used to
They
it.
might as well wait for the end of the season.
But then they need a year bedding in, and United haven't got years to spare anymore.
He just signed the contract as well, don't forget.
I don't think United are going to.
I don't see them getting rid of him during the season. They're not that kind of team. They're not us. They're not like a Chelsea.
This year, like, yeah, they're going to moan about style of play, but
Jose gone.
He's pissed
You
because
think?
they didn't back him in the summer.
100%.
I don't think Man U's
He
gonna
wanted
do
2
that
players
bad.
and he didn't get them.
They'll make top 4.
Exactly, and that's
But
what.
what-
That's
He wanted Toby and Maguire and he didn't get them.
yeah.
But why? Well, obviously the question I'm asking, but why didn't Woodward go out and get them? Is it because
That's
he
why
doesn't?
come out of that comment. I'm not a manager. I'm a head coach. Yeah, because he was digging at the ball.
Jide, I see you want to say something over there.
Yeah, because I think the reason why is because I think you don't want to flood your team with those quick fix players now, because it impacts your future, and Jose isn't in your future. So why should they back him with these players that haven't worked? The players he signed now that are in the team, they're not good enough, or he's not getting the best out of them. So why should they give him more money to put more of those players in the team? And it's going to be at the detriment of the young, popular players that are already in the team. Shaw, Pogba,
Yeah.
Martial, Rashford.
But why?
They're the players that will suffer if Mourinho gets his players in.
I hear what you're saying, but why would you give him a new contract if you're not willing
That's
to
what
give him the money? Do you know what I mean?
He goes for the players like Toby that are already made.
Yeah, exactly.
He's ready to be sitting and for him to win the trophy for him.
But even if Mourinho got his players, he's not gonna deliver the Premier League while Pep's Manchester City is
If
in.
they've got Toby and Harry Maguire this season, them two spent 120 million on them 2 players.
It's not enough for them to win the league, though.
I don't think so.
Man
either.
United would have been a better team. They would have
They would have been a better team.
There was a-
Yeah, 100%. But it's not enough for them to win the league.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree with Jide, and you know what you said about United. Moyes got sacked halfway through the year, and Van Gaal, even though he didn't get sacked, they agreed with Mourinho in January, February that he's going to take over. So they've been acting reckless with managers recently, and that was all because they wanted Mourinho at that time. Even when Moyes come in, everyone, most United fans wanted Mourinho, and even Mourinho himself probably wanted to go in there. It didn't work out. So I can see it happen.
But I see him leaving before he gets sacked.
Yeah.
That's what I see. I see Mourinho
Mourinho
leaving.
won't leave in the midway through the season.
I don't. Yeah, actually.
Maybe at the
Yeah.
end of the season they'll make a decision depending on how
The season goes, yeah.
Because who knows, they could win FA Cup.
Do you know what I mean?
They could have a decent.
That's not enough for them, though. If he wins the FA Cup, that's not enough.
So what, does he have to win the Premier this season?
No,
He has
but
to win realistically the
you
league
got-
or the Champions League.
You got to take into
The
consideration
Champions
this
League, whoa.
City, though, innit? You got
To
to
win
like.
that.
That's
Obviously, we're a bigger club than City. We know this, but at the moment, like they're on crazy form. Do you know what I mean?
An
Like,
FA Cup's not going to like save his
FA
job.
Cup top 4 and a decent Champions League one saves him, I reckon.
But you know what it is, when Mourinho came in, like, look, Moyes, they was upset with after a year. Van Gaal had 2 years, and there was Mourinho coming in the same time as Pep. Mourinho knows the league more than Pep. So it was at that stage when they both come in, all fans were saying the first year it's Man City or Man United, and Chelsea won the league. Conte's first year. So the second year was it has to be Man City or United. City won it. That's fair enough, man. But this year, he should be working towards a title, but then he didn't get backed in the market, so that might be the reason why maybe Woodward managed to let him go in the end. But
Yeah, but everyone's saying that he was moaning at pre-season. Like I personally feel he has a bit of a right to moan because he didn't get the players that he wanted, and considering he didn't have enough time with the current squad because everybody was away at the World Cup.
I think it's the way he moans that people are annoyed about. Like, you know what? I agree because spending the same as Arsenal, even I'm shocked tonight. Spending the same as Arsenal in the transfer window is mad. Like, I'm vexed we spent 50 mil, so I don't know how United fans are feeling spending 60 mil. So. But it's just the way he moans and the way he brings up other people's business.
Yeah, but when you're winning, nobody cares. When that comes with results, people don't mind that. Like, you expect that from Jose Mourinho, but if he's delivering results along with that, people brush it under the carpet. They don't care. But it's because the results aren't there. Nah, it's been.
Yeah, but it's been 2 games. You gotta remember, innit? Like the
It's
results.
It's not 2 games. It's the back end of last season as well.
Yeah, but the league was done and top 4 was secured, really. So, like, what are we really playing for? But it's 2 games, 1-1, lost 1. We'll see. In it after 10 games, I'll come back and I'll assess the team again. Do you know what I mean? But right now, it's early doors.
To be honest, I'd love to talk about United this whole show. But obviously, we'll move on to the next big fixture, which is Arsenal and Chelsea. You know what? We've done better than I thought. Even though I've been in 2-1, I've been thinking 2-1. Inside, I thought 2-2. Stamford Bridge is always difficult. I think we left there feeling we should have won. I left there feeling we should have won. We had 3-4 cutback, more or less open goals. Mickey, Oba, Iwobi, again Oba in the second half. I feel we had the chances to win the game, but Chelsea played better for the majority of the game. I'm not too upset. We played the past 2 champions in the first 2 fixtures. The City game is kind of a write-off, but they're another level right now. Whereas Chelsea is kind of 5th versus 6th. And it was a good game to see Arsenal fight back from 2-0 down. I don't remember the last time we've come back from 2-0 down against a big team. I don't remember that.
No, you lot played well. But we did dominate. Let's not lie.
Yeah,
we dominated the game.
Dominated, like 80%, and last half an hour dominated. It's just that middle part of the match, we had a lot of chances.
We had a sticky patch. You should have took your chances, but that's what separates the men from the boys. You got to take them.
I agree.
It's true though. You have to take them chances.
You're right.
You have to take them chances. Morata got a goal. Can we just take a minute out? Morata got one. Yeah. Alright, cool. So go on, what you saying, Tay?
It's bound to happen, but listen, another day, everyone knows Ob is world class. He will bang that in on another day. What happened that day
It was mad. I won't lie, because I don't know why you kept getting through with that same cutback. Like 5-6 times. I don't understand. Obviously, we was looking a bit shaky. We can see defensively we're not all there yet. So he's got work to do there. Attacking, I'm happy. I'll be honest with you. We showed we could play without Hazard, which was important, I think, as well. Jorginho, obviously, you don't have to talk much. He's past that. Kante, I did like him in that forward role. I'll be honest, I did that, but I prefer him in that DM. Jorginho, he's not very mobile, so we need someone to clear up and do that work there.
Yeah, because I think Sarri likes Jorginho, that's why he's put him there and he's trying to make Kante. Yeah, Kante looks alright in that position, like gets through, he's got a bit of pace.
But I don't think he's got the technical ability.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because what I'd like to see is,
to be
I'd like to see Kante with Jorginho and maybe put Fabi up there. He doesn't have to do the defensive work, so he ain't got to worry about that, and he can slip all the passes and do what his job is.
What do you think about that?
I think Kovacic comes in the side once he's up to speed, and then probably Kante will drop a little bit. Kovacic's a little bit more technically astute.
Yeah.
He's got the ball.
Yeah, he looks class on the ball, I'll be honest. He did look.
He's a little bit more clever with the passes and the run. So I think when he's up to speed with everything, he comes in and then maybe Kante's role in terms of bombing forward will be a little bit limited. But at the moment, I think he has to do it because that trio is not.
Yeah, we haven't got a trio yet. That's what it is there. We haven't got one there.
The trio.
You reckon?
Yeah, once Kovacic, because he was in the squad ahead of Loftus-Cheek, and he didn't even.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Loftus there.
You know what I mean? He hasn't trained much, and he was in the squad ahead of Loftus-Cheek. So that just tells me once he's match fit, he's gonna come into the starting lineup straight away.
Yeah. But you know what it is? I just don't think that Chelsea will kind of start him every game because it's only a season-long loan with no view to buy, innit?
Yeah, of course, we ain't got option to buy, so can't really focus all your energy on him. But if he comes through, you know, so we might put the bid out for him. Will make sense as well because he's already used to the squad. So
it's similar to Ramsey, to be honest. Emery's not playing him; he's upset with that. He ain't signing a contract, so why would you start him every game and rely on him for the rest of the season?
He should have just came to us, to be fair.
Listen, you can take him at the end of the year and then deal with him. You'll see his problem.
I'll have him as part of the squad, I'll be honest. Not like my starting guy, but he's a good squad player.
That's what you expect, starting 200 points.
So he's alright, to be fair.
But now Guendouzi's coming through, showing a bit more heart and passion than he is.
Guendouzi he will run out of steam.
This is my thing.
This is what
He's
happens.
young,
It's
excited,
a new season,
energetic,
you're
but
gonna need your Ramses, like Guendouzi
Trust
will
me.
run out of steam.
To be honest, this weekend Guendouzi and Terrera for me need to play because Guendouzi's shown enough for me and Terrera needs his chance. We faced the big boys now, it's West Ham next. So really and truly it's kind of, we need to kickstart our season now.
yeah, he needs to sort out, mate. But yeah, I did tell you he was gonna roll you. Just wanted to get out of there. Yeah. If you look at the stats, it's a steamroll. If you look at the match, it was close.
It would have been 6-7.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but it didn't happen. We won standard. 6 out of 7 at home against Arsenal. It's normal procedure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, peak at the bridge for us. It's peak at the bridge. But obviously, yeah, listen, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Liverpool yesterday 2-0.
Yeah, I think it was like a good performance. I think like with Liverpool, I think we tend to beat teams like last season we were beating teams 4-5-0. So I think games like yesterday where it's tight and like we don't panic and like we still get the 3 points. I think that's more impressive to me than like winning 4 and 5-0. I think when you have to show character and you come through a hard test like Palace on Monday night on Sky Sports in front of the lights, everyone's watching. I think that's a game that needs like mentality and character, and I think yeah, that's what was impressive to me.
Yeah, slight bogey team as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
Penalty.
Yeah, to me it was a foul. Like I think Salah went down fairly easy, but I think it was a foul. So
But do you think you grinded that result out, or do you think you got a bit of help from the ref?
no, it was a red card. It was a foul in the box. I don't see how. Where's the help?
I personally, I think that the ref helped you a bit, especially with the penalty. The red card was a red card, fair enough, yeah. But with the penalty, I feel like on another
soft,
day,
man.
another ref wouldn't have given that penalty. Do you know what I mean? It was a bit soft.
It was reckless by Sacco as well.
It was reckless, but it was a bit soft at the end of the day. If we went into nil, was it just before halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If we went into halftime 0-0, I think. Do you know what I mean?
I think, to be honest, the talking point from that game should be our front three didn't perform, and Van Dijk and Alisson shows why we paid the amount of money that we paid for them.
Van Dijk done his thing yesterday. Still,
Yeah, I think that's his best performance.
Benteke.
No, that's exactly what we bought him for. Though. We bought him because those are the kind of games that we were losing beforehand. But we paid the money. We paid the money, and like now we're seeing the.
I feel like everyone does their thing against Benteke. So let's when he comes up to a.
How did you do against Glenn Murray?
But I'm not, we didn't pay 70 mil for our defence, do you know what I mean? We wanted to, and we didn't get the players. That's why our defenders are. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, you got the result. That's what matters. Like, well done. But
Alisson made a couple of saves as well. But at one point where he was running now, and then he just stopped and ran back towards his goal. Like,
I didn't see that to me, so I don't remember that part.
Nah,
But
he made 2 saves. He made that save from the head off.
yeah,
Down low and another save. So.
who have you got next?
Brighton at home.
Well, we'll see it. I'll be probably win.
He's hoping you don't lose. You know that he's praying.
You'll probably win because you're at home, but we'll see, will it? What Glenn Murray does.
Swiftly moving on to Tottenham, 3-1 against Fulham. Ali.
Good result, solid performance. Scored a couple of goals early. Well, we scored the first, they scored the second. I'm glad the overall performance, to be honest. I was worried when they equalised. We had the tendency to sometimes not close the game early enough, but we scored one straight away to make it 2-1. Come out second half, scored another goal. Good performance, man.
So you're kind of picking up where you left off, basically.
That's it, yeah. Another DVD, basically. Hopefully we can create another one against Man United. So, yeah. Good 3 points, man. Good 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. And last but not least, defending champions, 6-1 Huddersfield, Square hat trick. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I expected us to beat them, to be fair. Not 6-1, but they made it again, like Arsenal, made it a lot easier than I expected. They didn't even have a game plan. They tried to press sometimes, they tried to sit deep sometimes. They didn't know what was going on. Mendy, very impressive, coming off of that left. Aguero and Jesus together, I think that's an option that could work for us against teams that do want to sit deep. So going forward, again, we look really good. At the back, again, solid. And Ederson, great assist. Got more than certain man. So
First assist for a City keeper in the league, innit?
yep. And got more than Ozil. So that's good.
So far, yeah.
I like that one.
More to come, trust me.
Ah, God, you're gonna make a bet on this Edison Ozil, bro. Don't be talking about
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You laughed as well, bro.
Yeah, it was funny, but it's a crazy bit.
Don't bring up their names to Ozil, man. Don't make me talk about Ozil again for the third week running, man. I don't want to do it. But listen, obviously, that's kind of the top 6 fixtures rounded up. We'll stay with you, Nana, because you got kick off the weekend with Wolves away. How do you see that going?
Another City win. I think it will be a little bit more difficult than Arsenal and Huddersfield, just because Wolves they're not a bad side, play decent football. It's on Sky Sports, it's in front of their home crowd, so they're going to be up for it. But yeah, I see it to be a little bit more harder than the first 2, but I still see us taking all 3 points a game. So I say something like 3-0.
Yeah? Scorers? Or?
Aguero's hot, so I'll go for him again.
That's enough, because you might get a hat trick, you might get 2.
Yeah, I can't really predict our starting lineup at the moment going forward. So I can't say Sterling or Mars or Sane will score, but it looks like Aguero is like the guy that will start most games. So I'm gonna go for him to score 1 of the 3. So
yeah, like Ali just said, it's a good point, because Sterling didn't get no minutes last game. Sané's come on both games. Like, what is for you as a Man City fan? Look at this. As an Arsenal fan, we have no fucking wingers, yeah. And I'm
hard choice, really.
It's so hard.
Hard choice.
This is the best problem to have, isn't
It's
it?
so hard because I know what Sterling and Sané offers. Because we saw it last season. I know what Mahrez brings to the table. I'm thinking get more out of him if we drop one of them. So I don't know.
And you know what it is? I think the Sané thing is because of Mendy, isn't it? I think when Sané came on the other day, it kind of lulled Mendy's attacking.
I think with the Mendy thing is more a tactical thing with when team want to just sit back on us, because when teams sit deep, you need width.
Just give him
But that's what draws teams out of their shape.
Yeah.
So Mendy provides fantastic width. There's no point playing 2 wide players when you're playing a team.
Option, isn't it?
Exactly.
Good one.
With Wolves, they play 3-4-3. So in that kind of formation, it would make sense to play Mendy as his natural left back position and play a winger in front of him, because 3-4-3 is a little bit more difficult to defend against than 5 at the back and then 1 striker, 2 attackers, wherever Huddersfield came in.
Yeah, this is why I rate Pep highly, because even before the season they asked him, how do you improve on last season? And he said, listen, Mendy's coming back and he's going to offer us a next avenue. And in the first 2 games, I think the stats say that he made the most crosses for City since he last played for City at the beginning of the last season.
That's very bad.
So you can see that, look, Pep, this is why I rate Pep so highly, man. He knows what he's doing, even with the left-footed centre-back, right-footed centre-back, or the 2 aerially strong centre-backs. He's got plans for every stage of the game or every team he's going to play. And
I think, to be honest, I think a lot of teams don't attack Man City. So I think City don't have the same problems that other top teams face, where, like, for example, when United went to Brighton, Brighton smelt from early that there was a result there for them if they went out and attacked Man United. I think the same with Crystal Palace and Liverpool. But I think with City, I think a lot of teams, home or away, they just think, let's try and limit it.
They're scared.
But don't you think we break up the team's attacks a lot earlier though? Remember, before teams get to our halfway line,
the press is high.
The ball's been nicked off them. It's not like they don't want to attack us. It's just the press is so good and effective that they don't get that opportunity to. And
But I think-
Pep realizes that. The thing is, teams don't do it with enough pace, and that's why Liverpool catches us out. But Liverpool does it with pace and intensity.
He's got a quality,
Certain teams, they rely on like one man, like Palace for instance, they will give the ball to Zaha and hope he can take the team forward. While the City crowd out Zaha with 2 players or whatever, that's the attack done. That's us back on the attack. Zaha in our attacking third, and now Palace is on the back foot.
I just think that if more teams attack City, I don't think they're getting 100
I think
points.
we beat more teams with the attackers.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams
think
go
we
into
battle
the
more
they
teams
go
with
into the
the
game
attackers.
already thinking we've lost.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So let's try and just keep the scoreline minimal.
Do you know what I think it is? That Jilly, I think I agree with you in the sense of, I agree with both of you actually, because it's not saying go into attack, it's saying go, I think it's going in with confidence.
Exactly.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily going to attack, going with the confidence that because the FA Cup that we mentioned last week, who get knocked out to win the FA Cup?
Wigan.
Yeah, because they went out they went out confident. They went out they could win. Liverpool 3 times. They went out confident. They know they got the upper hand recently, so the confidence is there. Whereas all other 19 teams in the league, they fear Man City. Got 18 teams top of the level. They fear Man City.
Did Wolves give you problem last year as well?
Yeah, we had to beat them in penalties in the cup.
Yeah,
But
you did.
it was a cup team, it wasn't our best team, so you see how
Cup
it
team's
goes.
better than most.
Yeah, but they've improved. Do you remember they've improved as well?
Who?
Though? The Wolves. They've improved.
Yeah, but so have we. So
Yeah, one player.
but the whole squad's improved. Everyone's playing a lot better.
I'd say Mendy as well. I think Mendy and Murray are 2 signings for them this summer.
Yeah,
No Wenger
fair
saying
enough.
that it's coming back. Mendy actually he signed for them last summer. Got injured after 5
He's not
games.
just a social media merchant, he's actually a footballer.
He looks it. He looks it. And like you said, when you lot face a Liverpool, when you lot face a team with better wingers,
Just
Chelsea,
Liverpool, just Liverpool.
no, Hazard will be a test. Hazard, Willian.
Don't make up your face like that.
Whoa. Did we not beat you last
Hazard,
season?
Willian.
Did we not beat you last season?
United.
Man United. Did we not beat you last season?
Alright.
Yeah, okay. At home as well.
Nana's getting too cocky these days. You know? I don't like
Alright,
it.
cool. You won the league still. But don't say just Liverpool like no one
Yeah,
else
like,
will
come
give
on,
you
bro.
problems.
Show some respect, man.
But you had a great.
Yeah, I hear that, but we have dangerous wingers. That was the question. Don't just say
They're no
Liverpool.
danger to us.
Okay, we'll
They're
see.
dangerous, but they're not
We'll
dangerous to
see.
us.
We'll see.
Just Liverpool.
They force
just
teams to
Liverpool.
make mistakes.
Just
man.
Liverpool.
Yeah, they
They
do.
force teams.
Right.
If you're not confident on if the other team's not confident on the ball and shows
I
great
fear
composure,
just
then
Liverpool this
they're
season,
fucked.
that's it. No
Alright,
other top team.
alright,
So
cool.
you're saying,
No other top.
so you're saying Wolves Man City, you're gonna win 3-0, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're only scared of Liverpool this year.
Only.
How have we got you then? We'll remember that.
yeah, we got it on camera anyway. So when they slip up, yeah, we'll ask him.
No, the thing is, the reason I said I only fear Liverpool. If you ask me, what's the score going to be between Man City and Liverpool, I'll be like, but-
Only because they beat you in
but
the Champions
if
League.
you ask me what the score going to be between Chelsea and Man City, I will happily back my team. Whether they beat us or not, that's cool.
Yeah, but you're confident.
But yeah, I'm confident that my team can beat them.
Is that
Why?
only because
But I'm confident
is that only
that
because
we
Champions
can beat
League?
them, huh?
Is that only because what they done to you in the Champions League? Liverpool.
Look at what they done to us in the league.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, league. Okay, league and Champions. Yeah, but we beat you in the league. But you
Yeah,
seem to
but-
brush us
yeah,
off like.
but Man U, like we beat Man U like the past 5 years or so. We beat
Oh
Man U,
yeah. Alright,
like,
cool. But
That's the first time you won at the Etihad for a long time.
yeah, and we
So
won.
we've
And we
been
won.
beating Man
And we
U,
won.
like, it's calm.
But we won,
Yeah,
didn't
you
it?
won
So you
one.
should be scared of us a little bit.
Not really.
Ah, cool.
I
No,
don't feel
we'll
that.
see it.
Season's gonna have a lot of surprises. You know what? It's gonna be a lot of surprises.
No Man United player.
You don't?
Not
Okay,
at all.
alright,
I
we'll
would
see.
say No Man U
We will
player.
see.
Man U's no threat.
I like that. We're going from defending champions to the next match. Obviously, Arsenal, West Ham. Being the Arsenal fan, I feel like we have to win this, and we have to smoke them as well. If we want the league to feel like, or the team to feel like we're making a change, we've got to win by 3 goals, 2-3 goals. Especially Burnley beat them, Liverpool smoked them.
West Ham need to win as well.
They need to
Exactly.
win, but they're not us. They need to win, but we need to win.
But I think the difference is West Ham can take a draw. You lot need to win.
They can. Away,
You can't take a draw.
No, we can't take a draw at home, especially.
That's what I'm saying.
We cannot take a draw, and after our first 2 losses,
Exactly.
we cannot lose any more ground in the top 4. Not that it's still early stages. There's no top 4 set yet, but you know, come.
Nah, but the points get tight, bro.
Exactly, it'll mean something towards the end of the season. So we need to win this game, and our morale needs to be up moving forward. Like, I won't pay too much mind to Chelsea and City. They got better teams than us. they're much more further along than us. I know Chelsea got a new manager, but they won 2 out of the last 3 weeks, so they've got the mentality there. Now moving forward, Arsenal, it's a clean slate. Let's see what we can do. West Ham, I'm going for listen, Oba let me down last week, so he needs to get 2 goals. You know, I'm going for a 4-1.
4-1.
That is
Whoa,
very, very
Come on, bro.
confident.
You said that you're a realist. You said that you're a realist, bro. 4-1. When was the last time you won 4-1?
4-1. I'm going for 4-1.
When was the last time you scored 4 goals?
He's got 3-1 away. Like,
West Ham are poor,
I
man.
can't lie.
Yeah, but they need a
They
reaction.
need it, but they need
a
this.
reaction, though. When you need a reaction, then it's a whole different story. People are going to put in more effort into the game. Do you know what I mean?
4-1.
Wilshere back as well.
Wilshere's back. He's going to have a point to prove. But listen, after Torreira and those, you need to start. They will shut him down.
But what if they don't?
If they don't, then listen. I wasn't happy with the team selection against Chelsea, but Emery's still working shit out as well. He's still got to work out partnership.
Yeah,
He's still
cool.
got to work shit out. So I'm giving him the time. But regarding West Ham, even if we play Xhaka and Ramsey together,
You should still.
yeah, we should beat them. For Arsenal, we should beat them at home, especially. So the win needs to come. I want a 4-1. And that's what I'm going to say, yeah. Well, another laugh this week, then, yeah. One day it's going to come back to you.
No, you win, but not 4-1. You win.
Yeah, well, yeah. To be honest, we should definitely win, but if we don't win, it's a big problem, and we will start facing some questions in terms of, especially looking at his lineup. If he continues with Xhaka, then he will face questions. We brought Torreira this summer. Guendouzi wasn't the guy that we brought to go into the middle. It was Torreira to go in the middle.
So is Torreira the enforcer? Because
He's meant to be, yeah.
we'll see.
So obviously, I want to see him enforced. I want to see him given a chance, not come on 60th minute or 50th, whenever, even half time. I don't want to see that. I want to start the game when those you get that partnership done, because we've lacked the midfield partnership. That was our last good partnership when we came second in the league.
It's true. What about the keeper though? Because last, obviously during the game, you was like, Czech fucked up the game. I didn't think Czech fucked up, but you thought Czech fucked up. Do you think Czech should stay in the squad or Leno should be
He's
given a
made
chance?
good point with Czech because he's made good saves in the past 2 games as well. But if Emery wants to do this playing from the back thing, don't waste no time with it. Just drop Czech, like be ruthless. Same way, listen, Joe Hart, before Pep came, he was City's first choice keeper. Pep came and said, you don't do what I want you to do, or you don't do it well, you're out. He didn't care what the fans think, he didn't care what anyone thinks. And at the end of the day, it's justified. People don't give a shit about Hart anymore. Yeah, the newspapers at the time was like, oh, poor Hart, whatever. Justified in the end. And at the end of the day, Czech came to us, having won everything. He wanted to stay in London. His heart's not in it no more. He's got a year left. He's got a year left as well. So the quicker the better. Let's see if start Leno. Let's see this season if he's the #1 keeper. If he's not, then we know we need to buy a #1 next summer.
You can't buy another keeper next season.
Pay 19 mil. So realistically, if he doesn't work out to be a solid #1, then us fans can say we need a better keeper. It's hard for people nowadays because Kepa 73.
So I was about to say the price tag's
Old Black is probably worth 130.
Yeah, definitely.
He should have.
Definitely.
He reminds me of like De Gea when he first come. He's a bit still shaky, but I think I can see the quality there. But he definitely should save that. He's not built enough.
Them prices push the price of, like, say, Old Black up. Old Black is worth over 100 mil now. He was 80 mil. That's why I don't get why you didn't go for him.
I just don't think Arsenal can attract no.
And that's the problem. That's why this season, top 4 or Europa League.
To go to Chelsea.
You wouldn't. Goldie didn't want to leave Atletico to go United, so let alone come to Arsenal.
He signed a new contract, so there was no negotiations even started. So let's just
But he didn't want to go.
in
Let's
the
be
bag.
honest. Let's be honest. He didn't want to
I
go.
mean, we didn't even ask him, but he signed a new contract, so
He didn't want to go,
like,
bro.
we don't know that.
He didn't want to go.
We didn't know that. We don't know that. Yeah, but he signed a new contract on that when we inquired, so obviously he's already committed to Atletico. He didn't say, I don't want to go Man United. He had already signed the contract.
But we know contracts get broken these
Yeah, but
days.
bruv, not the day after. It's ridiculous.
I guess, but still, like, yeah, players ain't leaving Atletico right now. But we need Champions League football back. This is us right now, Arsenal. We're in a different position there. All 5 teams right now. Yeah, it's a completely different position. City and Liverpool head and shoulders above us. United and Chelsea, they're above us, but they're like transitional periods now. Tottenham, they're above us as well, but I just see them falling back with the new stadium and the big players on small contracts moving forward. But yeah, right now we deserve to be sick, the way I see it. Emery needs to bring in a style of play, bring in an attitude, and it's going to take a while. So I'll fully evaluate us in January, February, but he needs to start playing the right players, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 4-1, you know, obviously laughed at that. You don't think we'll win, but not by that margin. But yeah, we'll move on to Liverpool, Brighton. Obviously, Brighton got the big result last weekend, so what do you think today?
Yeah, I think like at home, I don't think it'll be much of a problem. I expect Liverpool to win. I think Salah has looked off, like rusty in his first 2 games. I think this is a good opportunity for him to kick-start his season. Firmino also actually. Probably give a debut to Fabinho. So yeah, I think it will be a comfortable home victory, to be honest.
Yeah, because Salah had a couple, you know me as well, my captain in fantasy, he had a couple chances where last season,
Agreed.
So yeah, his sharpness was not there, but man is making up for it right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think Mane looks very good. I think he might be. I said it like before the season started. I think he's going to be our main man this season. I don't expect Salah to have the same season he had last season, but I still expect him to score a decent amount of goals. But yeah, I think he needs to kickstart his season. Hopefully, it starts against Brighton on Saturday.
Yeah,
Who? Salah.
Salah.
He scored already though.
Yeah, but his performances haven't been good.
Fred.
no, to be honest, yeah, performance ain't been good, but he got the penny and the assist yesterday, which just shows what sort of player he is. He was still making an impact. He was still making an impact, get 2 assists or whatever it is. But yeah, what about the score? What do you think?
Hopefully another clean sheet. We've had 2 clean sheets now.
Getting used to them, innit?
Well, that's what you paid the money for, goalkeeper and Van Dijk. So yeah, I'd say about 2-3-0.
This is what I'm saying as an Arsenal fan. Sorry, I got a flip now. Arsenal have been shit for so many years, yeah. And like, you lot just bring in a new manager, he galvanises the board, he galvanises the fans, and you lot want to back him, the board want to back him, fix the problems, and here you go. Like, you're head and shoulders above us now. Even though you haven't won nothing, you're head and shoulders above us in terms of playing style, future, like players coming to your team. I mean, 4 years ago, Sanchez picked us over you. That would never happen now.
But I think it takes time. Like I remember when Klopp first came in, this team that he had then looked totally different to what it looks like now. But I remember like all the stories, and like Gary Neville and Carragher had a good conversation about what Fat Sam had to say about Emery's playing style, and like all the conversations that they're having around Arsenal now, they were the same conversations that were being said when Klopp first came in and implemented his style. So I just think you lot need to give him time. I think it's very important that you win this weekend, because I think that will give the fans something to believe in. But yeah, the teething problems you're having now, we had the same problems when Klopp took over. Yeah,
because once Arsenal fan TV starts going against the manager, it's a fucking problem, you know.
No, it's not the manager next for us. We're talking about Liverpool. Clean sheet, 2-3-0 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
I see something like that as well, to be honest. So moving on to Newcastle, Chelsea. When is that? Sunday, isn't it? 4 PM kickoff.
It's a dodgy one. Newcastle away is a bogey team for us. I don't know why. Reckon it will be a scatty game. It's not going to be a good game to watch, but we'll get the result. We'll grind out the result.
Yeah, score.
Saying 2-1. I know we'll concede.
Does Hazard start?
Hopefully he starts. He didn't look too fit when he came on to the end of the Arsenal match, if I'm being honest. But hopefully this is the match for him to get his legs running and have a little run about.
And Kovacic?
Kovacic, I feel he still needs time. I wouldn't start him. I think Barkley's going to start. I don't know why he seems to see something in Barkley. Something that I saw in him a while ago. A few people don't see it anymore, but I feel Barkley's got the potential.
Are you happy with Sarri?
It's too early for me to make my decision, if I'm honest with you. From his record at Napoli, it's pretty decent, can't go wrong. One thing I'm happy with is his home record, because that's something important to us. That's what you come to Chelsea for. Alright, Nana. So you come to Chelsea for, to win trophies, isn't it? Nah, I just want to see the work. I want our style of football to change. I want us to actually have an identity, because I feel we've been missing that for the last few years. It's more just get the win by any means necessary, rather than. I
agree. I think like with Sarri and like the football he implemented at Napoli, that's a totally different style of football that Chelsea have been used to. You had like Conte, Mourinho before then, so. Yeah, exactly.
So he looks like he's got a bit more free. He's giving players a bit more freedom to play with.
It'll be interesting to see how.
And identity is key. Like I think the three squads of identity are probably the best squads in the league right now in terms of Liverpool, City and Tottenham.
Yeah, in terms of football, that's what it is.
Chelsea, Arsenal and United don't really have an identity, and we're probably all over the gap right now.
I think that's, as a Chelsea fan, that's what I'm after the most at this moment. We just need the sense of identity again, and then it will just be a domino effect of everything else. Players will come in knowing that that's the style of football they're coming to play, etc.
So as a Chelsea fan, you're a bit different to Arsenal. Like, what I'm giving Emery till January, February to kind of get his style in, and let's start seeing the results out of it, or let's start seeing an identity. Yeah. But with you, you're different. You want a second manager after November. But what are you saying? Like, how long are you giving Sammy to? What do you want from him in his first season, and how long do you give him?
In his first season, I want Champions League. We need to get back in the Champions League. That's key, because holding on to assets like Hazard, without Champions League football, it's impossible. Attracting more players on the same level as Hazard, it's impossible again. Second thing would be football. I want, as I said, identity, a style of football. I want it to be more free-flowing, faster passing, higher press, sort out the defending. Third thing, personally for me, I'd like to see him bring a few more of our youth through, like the Loftuses.
Sounds like you want to be Liverpool.
Yeah, right. Obi, I want to see Hudson. Do you know what I mean? I want to see that. But the main thing is we need Champions League football.
Yeah.
We need to get back in there. We need to be competing.
And you're winning this weekend, yeah?
Of course.
2-1 Newcastle.
3-1.
Steamroller.
3-1. It's going to be a sticky game, as I said. Newcastle in the middle of the park. They've got some quality players in terms of that can cause damage. But
What do you think? Is Kennedy
and
allowed
Rafa's
to
a
play?
good manager.
No,
Did he turn?
Yeah. So, come on, bro. Can't do that. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go on loan and play against them. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Nah, but it'll be a win. It'll be a win. It'll be a win.
So Chelsea win. So moving on to the biggest.
Morata to score. Sorry, just had that in. Hey, Morata to score. A brace. Put your P's on that.
He's a brace.
Come on, Rondon.
Yeah, moving on to the biggest fixture of the weekend. Man United coming off the back of a defeat to Tottenham at Old Trafford. We'll start with Jam being the home team.
First of all, I want to see a reaction. That's the main thing for me. The result, I'm not too sure, but I need to see a reaction from the players to, you know what I mean, have some respect for the fans at least. Even if you don't like the manager, just have some respect and, you know, perform. If you perform and you show effort and the tactics didn't work, then they didn't work, then you can start pointing the finger at the manager. But if you're not and you're lazing around the pitch, not performing, no energy, whatever, then it's not acceptable. But result-wise, I think.
What do you
Tottenham.
think and what do you want? Like, what do you think?
I want a reaction, and I think we will get a reaction. And every time we do have a poor result and we do need a reaction, the players do come up with the goods. Tottenham don't really have a good record at Old Trafford, so I think
1-0.
yeah, 1-0 is a shit game. It's a
1-0
fucking
game.
shit game, and we scrape a goal. It probably will happen again. It will happen again.
Fuck it, innit?
That is proper shit game. Like if you going over 2.5, don't even bother.
Standard.
It's a strictly under 2.5 for that game. But yeah, I don't know, a draw or a win for Man United. That's how I see it.
Give us a result, okay? Don't be up in there.
Draw, win.
Isn't it? But I don't know what Man United is going to turn up. I don't know how bad it is. Do you know what I mean? Go like apparently he's out for one or 2 weeks. So I'm not sure. That was a shock injury. I didn't know he was injured, to be honest. But if he's back, it's a bonus. If he's not, I'd say a draw. Say 1-1. If he's back, I'd say we win 2-1.
If Sanchez is playing 2-1 and he's not 1-1.
Nah. Let me not say 2-1. 1-0.
I think if we can take Brighton's blueprint a little bit, maybe sniff the blood early, score a goal early again, get them on the back foot, I think they'll panic, especially if they're going to have Smalling and Jones playing, but I don't think they'll play all day.
I don't think both of them will play together. It'll probably be like Smalling and Bailly or.
Yeah, no, I feel confident, man.
Something like
I'm
that.
just hoping it ain't going to be one of them 1-0 games.
It always is though, isn't it? Like,
I'm hoping we're going to take this game seriously, obviously.
So where are you going for?
1-0. 1-0.
2-2.
1-0.
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
we don't normally win 1-0, but
yeah. Do you normally score like at Old Trafford? That's my thing.
confidence.
But I think
I don't know. I think
you're attacking against the defence though.
I'm looking forward to this
you
game.
don't turn up. Do you know what I mean? When you come to Old Trafford.
Pod said the other day, like we've had 2 games. First game we didn't play well, got the result. Second game we conceded a few more chances. Third game is got like against Man United is going to be a good test for us.
Just to see where you're at. But yeah, we'll see, bro.
But I'm saying 1-0.
Yeah.
So because this is the biggest game, I want to go around quickly and ask. So Ant-Man, United, Tottenham. What do you think?
It's a hard one because obviously, as Jam said, they need the reaction. But Tottenham just play better football than you, so I'm going with Tottenham on this one.
That
Doesn't mean nothing, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't not all the time, but your defence right now, I have no faith in.
But I think we'll play 3 at the back. I think at 3 at the back we're more solid, but going forward we're not that great with 3 at the back. You know what I mean? But defensively,
I'm going Tottenham.
Tottenham what, 2-1, 1-0, something like that.
Maybe 2-0.
2-0 Tottenham. You have no respect, I'll be honest. You want Tottenham to win?
Yeah, I want Tottenham to win.
Alright, cool.
2-1.
Tottenham, yeah. Jide?
I think like this game like made for Jose. I think like when his back's up against the wall and he needs a result, I think like it's the kind of game that he thrives on, and he gets all the fans behind him. They'll back him again for about 3 weeks, and they'll get another bad result later on. I think Spurs, for whatever reason, I think there's some inferiority complex with United. Like they never seem to perform well away at United. I still remember when Liverpool were going for the title and Spurs bottled it. But yeah, I think yeah, United will get the result. But right now, I want Tottenham to win.
Yeah, so you think tight game.
So is everyone against United for some reason?
Not against
I want United to win, so Jose stays in the job. So yeah, I want United to win.
Yeah, cool.
I get that. Obviously, Liverpool and City hate.
What about you?
Me, I think a bit of draw. I just got a draw written all over it.
0-0 or something.
No, I think 1-1 or 2-2. I think 1-1 or 2. When I say 2-2, I start thinking, oh, and Jose's side scored 2 goals.
Yeah, he's crazy. Of course, we scored 2 goals last game. You need to calm down.
Tottenham defence is good as well, isn't it? So it's 1-1, 2-2. I'm going for a draw regardless. I'm going for a draw. I can't see either side winning.
Fair enough.
We'll see how it goes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, this is thank you for everyone watching. It's the end of the show. Thank you to Nana, Jide, Jamal, Ant-Man and Ali for coming down. Make sure you subscribe, follow, retweet, share, all of that stuff.
All of that.
And yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. Tune in next week.